Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another very interesting topic lined up for you. We will talk about what perfectionism is, why people become perfectionists, and why it has a negative impact. Moreover, we will talk about perfectionism therapy and offer some tips for becoming more self-aware of your perfectionist tendencies. So firstly, let's talk about perfectionism. Perfectionism is often defined as the need to be or appear to be perfect, or even to believe that it's possible to achieve perfection. It is typically viewed as a positive trait rather than a flaw. People may use the term healthy perfectionism to describe or justify perfectionist behavior. Perfectionism is a trait that makes life an endless report card on accomplishments or looks. When healthy, it can be self-motivating and drive you to overcome adversity and achieve success. When unhealthy, it can be a fast and enduring track to unhappiness. Now let's put some light on why people become perfectionists and why it's bad. Simply put, perfectionism is a learned pattern that arises due to traumatic life experiences. Here we describe the three most common roots of perfectionism. Relationships. First, we delve into our usual suspect for trauma, our relationships. But we should not jump into blaming everyone. We should aim to simply understand how the behavior in these relationships influence us. Each person has their own vulnerabilities, weaknesses, and struggles while trying to grow. Say if we were raised by highly critical parents, overambitious parents, or high-achiever parents, it is likely that we resorted to perfectionist tendencies in order to cope. Bullying. One other cause of perfectionism, unrelated to our parents, is bullying. Experiencing bullying in our childhood or teenage years can generate the same effects of being raised by high-achieving parents. If we were bullied, we were made to feel ashamed of ourselves and to feel as not enough. We were made to think that our looks, our clothes, our friends, our music, our academic performance were simply not enough. Changes and traumatic events. Finally, another cause of perfectionism are the traumatic events or sudden changes we experienced during our childhood. For example, sudden death in the family, moving to a new city, a new school, a new country, or a chaotic environment in the family. All these events can be very overwhelming for a child who will desperately try to bring some control into their lives. So, if the child cannot control their environment, they will try to control themselves, their thoughts, and their internal world. Perfectionism can severely impact our mental and physical health. In socially prescribed perfectionism, individuals believe their social context is excessively demanding, that others judge them harshly, and that they must display perfection to secure approval. Anxiety, depression, and suicidal ideation are only some of the mental health problems that specialists have repeatedly linked with this form of perfectionism. One older study, for example, found that over half of people who died by suicide were described by their loved ones as perfectionists. Now at last let's talk about perfectionism therapy and offer some tips for becoming more self-aware of your perfectionist tendencies. In therapy, you may discuss the roots of your perfectionism with a therapist who can help you learn healthier perspectives. But what approaches might you encounter when seeking therapy for perfectionism? Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is often used to address perfectionism. This method can demonstrate that perfection is not the end goal of each undertaking. It also helps emphasize flawed beliefs, or biases, a person may have about the things they feel need to be perfect. Family systems theory is one model sometimes used to address perfectionism. In some cases, this type of therapy can help explain how perfectionism developed within the family unit and affected an individual as a member of that family. Hypnotherapy has helped some people change perfectionistic thought patterns. It does this by addressing and adjusting all-or-nothing thinking, which is often a common trait in perfectionists. Tips for becoming more self-aware of your perfectionist tendencies. Challenge black or white or all or nothing thoughts. Remind yourself that one slip-up does not ruin the progress you've already made and are still making toward a goal. Remind yourself that everyone has flaws and makes mistakes. Write down or journal positive affirmations. Write about yourself in the area or areas you are the most perfectionistic. Place them somewhere you see them often. Be aware of your self-talk. Do you use words like should or must, or do you put yourself down often? Think of positive replacements for negative self-evaluations. Mess up on purpose. Find an activity that you are particularly perfectionistic about and don't put in 100% effort. See what happens. Try a new hobby. Trying something new often means starting at a beginner level. The likelihood of making mistakes is often high in any learning process. Focus on enjoying the new activity at your current skill level and pay attention to the learning process rather than the end goal. With that, we come to the end of the video. Hope you liked this video and can share the best part in the comment box. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.